Have you ever watched your cat knock something off the table or scratch your favorite chair and wondered if they even care? Maybe you've caught them doing something mischievous and thought, do they feel bad about it? Well, despite being independent creatures, cats have a surprising range of emotions. And in this video, we're going to dive deep into the mysterious ways your cat might apologize to you. Let's start with something simple. Can cats really understand right from wrong? Well, not in the way we do. Unlike humans, cats don't have an inborn sense of what's good or bad. They won't understand why it's wrong to break a vase or scratch the sofa. They aren't aware of the idea of right and wrong like we are, but just because they don't understand morality doesn't mean they don't care about your feelings. Imagine this. When your cat does something that bothers you, it's not because they want to upset you. They simply don't realize that their behavior is a problem. However, cats are incredibly sensitive to how you react. You are like an open book to them. Your tone of voice, your facial expressions, even your body language, they all send clear signals. Studies have shown that cats can actually understand the emotional tone of our voices. For example, when you're happy, your cat can hear it in your voice. They know when you're cheerful, just like when you pet them or give them food. But when you're upset or angry, your voice changes, and they can feel the difference. They don't need to understand exactly why you're upset. They just know you're not happy, and that affects them. Cats don't only listen to us, they also observe us. Research from the University of Bari in Italy revealed that cats can pick up on our facial expressions too. That frown? Your cat knows something's wrong. A smile? That means everything's fine. So while they may not understand the concept of guilt or regret, they are very much aware of when their actions have upset you. Your cat may not apologize in the way we expect, but they certainly do recognize that something went wrong when you get upset. And this is where it gets interesting. Despite their independence, cats value their connection with us deeply. It's not just about food or shelter, it's about the bond they share with us. And when they sense that this bond is disrupted, they have ways of trying to reconnect. Now let's get to the heart of the matter. Can cats really apologize? You may be thinking, well, my cat never says sorry, and they certainly don't feel guilty. And you're right, cats don't experience guilt in the same way humans do. They don't have the complex emotions that would lead them to say, I'm sorry, after knocking over your favorite lamp. But that doesn't mean they don't have their own ways of showing you they care and want to make things right. You see, cats communicate with us through their actions, not their words. Even though they may not fully understand what they've done wrong, they know when something has upset you. And when they sense this, they will often try to reconcile in their own way. So when your cat approaches you after a mischievous act, they're not just ignoring what happened. They are reaching out, trying to show you that they still want to be close to you and that everything is okay. It's also important to remember that cats are incredibly independent creatures. They are not as emotionally dependent on us as dogs, but that doesn't mean they don't form deep connections with us. They may not seek our approval the way a dog might, but they certainly value our companionship. You see, cats communicate with us through their actions, not their words. Even though they may not fully understand what they've done wrong, they know when something has upset you. And when they sense this, they will often try to reconcile in their own way. So, when your cat approaches you after a mischievous act, they're not just ignoring what happened. They are reaching out, trying to show you that they still want to be close to you and that everything is okay. It's also important to remember that cats are incredibly independent creatures. They are not as emotionally dependent on us as dogs, but that doesn't mean they don't form deep connections with us. They may not seek our approval the way a dog might, but they certainly value our companionship. You see, cats communicate with us through their actions, not their words. Even though they may not fully understand what they've done wrong, they know when something has upset you. And when they sense this, they will often try to reconcile in their own way. So, when your cat approaches you after a mischievous act, they're not just ignoring what happened. They are reaching out, trying to show you that they still want to be close to you and that everything is okay. It's also important to remember that cats are incredibly independent creatures. They are not as emotionally dependent on us as dogs, But that doesn't mean they don't form deep connections with us. They may not seek our approval the way a dog might, but they certainly value our companionship. So, what are some of the ways cats try to reconnect with us when they sense we're upset? It's not always obvious, but it's there if you know where to look. Here are 9 common ways your cat might try to apologize or show affection after they've misbehaved. Purring. This is one of the most common signs of comfort. If your cat starts purring after a naughty moment, they might be trying to tell you, "I'm not angry, and I don't want you to be either." Slow blinking. Cats use slow blinking as a sign of trust. If your cat gives you a slow blink after a mischievous act, they may be trying to communicate, "Everything's fine. I still trust you, and I hope you trust me too." Licking you. Cats often lick as a form of mutual grooming. If your cat licks your hand or face after doing something wrong, it could be their way of saying, "We're still family, despite everything." Head rubs. A head rub is a cat's way of marking you as theirs. It's a gesture of affection, a silent confirmation of trust. Even after a mistake, they still want to show that bond with you. Let's continue our journey into the fascinating world of feline emotions. So far, we've talked about purring, slow blinking, licking, and head rubs as ways your cat might show affection after a mistake. But there's so much more. Paw kneading. This adorable behavior is something cats do when they're feeling comfortable, and it goes back to their kittenhood. When your cat starts kneading, it's often a sign they're seeking comfort and reassurance. If they do this after misbehaving, it could be their way of saying, "I'm sorry, I need you, and I want to make things better." Exposing their belly. When a cat shows you their belly, they are showing vulnerability. The belly is the most sensitive part of a cat's body, and by revealing it to you, they're saying, "I trust you." If your cat does this after a mischief, it could be their way of showing remorse and hoping you'll forgive them. Bringing you a gift. Yes, you might find a mouse or bird at your doorstep, and while it might make you cringe, it's actually a gift from your cat. Cats bring you gifts to share their success and show their love. In a way, this could also be their way of saying, "I know I've been naughty, but here's something to make it up to you." Walking towards you. After a naughty moment, if your cat walks towards you with their tail held high, it's a gesture of invitation and connection. It's like they're saying, "I want to make up. Don't ignore me." Let's get back to being friends. We've reached the last of our 9 unique ways cats might apologize. So far, we've discussed how your cat might purr, blink slowly, lick you, rub their head, knead with their paws, show you their belly, bring you gifts, and walk toward you with affection. But the final way they apologize might just be the most fun of all. Starting play. Cats love to play. It's a big part of their personality. But after misbehaving, if your cat brings you their favorite toy or starts playfully running around you, it's likely their way of saying, "Come on, let's move past this. I'm sorry, and I want us to have fun again." This playful approach to apology is often a cat's way of reestablishing their bond with you. It's their way of saying that they're ready to move forward and reconnect. It's a lighthearted way of showing love and affection after a stressful moment. Cats may not understand the concept of guilt, but they certainly have ways of showing you they care and want to make things right. From purring to playful gestures, your cat has a unique way of apologizing, one that's full of affection, trust, and a desire for connection. So, the next time your cat does something naughty, keep an eye out for these subtle signs. They might not say sorry in words, but their actions will speak volumes. If you've learned something new about your feline friend, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more heartwarming insights into the mysterious world of cats.